Nintendo just posted a customer service video on their YouTube channel, basically walking you step by step through the process of what you're supposed to do when you're going to be trading in or selling or giving away your Nintendo Switch. So let's say that, okay, well, first off, let's talk about what this doesn't mean. Like, there's already been a lot of rumors that I think that it was the Japanese Wall Street Journal. There was a rumor that Nintendo is going to be bringing out a new version of the Nintendo Switch at the end of 2019. And a lot of people just assumed that this is more evidence of that. I don't think that that's true at all. First off, if this were what that was about, or I'm sorry, if this video was focusing on the fact that a new Switch is coming out in 2019, I said the fact that it's not a fact, it's a rumor. But if that's what it was about, then we would have seen this much closer to the end of 2019. They wouldn't be advertising this now or showing this off now. So why are they doing this? I think that they're doing this because we've got all these new themed Switches that are coming out that have like a themed dock, or the back panel of the Nintendo Switch. This part of the Nintendo Switch on the back is themed, where it has something else on the back other than just the regular Nintendo Switch logo. Like, we've got the Diablo one that just came out. It's got like angels and demons on the back. We've got the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee one that has stuff on the back and has the special colored Joy-Cons. And I think Nintendo knows that people are collectors, and they know that there are certain color things that people want, and they know that there are certain franchises that people want more than something else. And if they've already purchased let's say I've got here the Neon Switch, and then they brought out this brand new Pokemon one that has, the different Joy-Con colors and has the iconography on the back of Pokemon. If I'm a huge Pokemon fan, I might say, well, I want to trade in my current Switch. It's worth it to me because I am such a fan of this thing. It's worth it to me because I'm a fan to trade this in order to get the one that has the cool whiz bang things on the back. And while that's not me, I mean, if I had to choose between getting one that had the cool stuff, I'd probably end up getting the one with the cool stuff rather than the plain neon one that I have. But I'm not going to trade it in. But there's a lot of people out there who have a lot more money than I do, and they might want to trade in their Switch for a new one. And they need to be able to transfer that data easily. So Nintendo made a video to show people how to do that, which I think is good. It's a good time to do it right before Christmas, because people are going to get a new Switch. Somebody might get a new Switch for Christmas. Honey, you've been talking about the Diablo Switch. I went out and got it for you. What are we going to do with your old one? Well, we could give it to my brother, or we could give it to your son, or we could sell it to GameStop or trade it in for games, or whatever it is that you're going to do. Sell it on Craigslist. You don't want to have your data on the Switch. We were at a softball game quite a few years back, and it was my daughter's softball game. My son was very young at the time, and he had a 3DS, and he wanted to go play on the playground. So I handed his 3DS to my wife. She put it in her pocket. She sat there and watched the softball game. I took my son to the playground, and he was playing, and we came back. A foul ball had come over, and it had hit my wife, and it hit her right on the 3DS, and it broke it. It smashed the 3DS. The top screen, or I think it's the top screen, didn't work anymore. So I went out and bought myself a new 3DS and gave my old 3DS to my son, and I was able to transfer the information over. Okay. Why did I bring this up? Now I can't remember. Where was I? What was I talking about? I was talking about something. Oh yeah. Okay. So we ended up that DS is still sitting around the house someplace. Um, my credit card information is on that, and I can't erase it. Like, it's unerasable because I can't access the top screen. I was able to transfer his stuff over to my old 3DS, and then I bought a new one for myself. But that's still sitting here in the house. And Nintendo is showing people how to transfer their information, which I think is really good. It's good for people to be able to wipe the slate clean. However, this video has like 47 steps or something, and it's just so bizarre. All of the things that you have to go through, especially because I just bought a new iPad. So one of the new iPad Pros, I just got one of the new iPad Pros. My old iPad was 3 or 4 years old, and the transferring my information from one to the other was just such a breeze. I turned on the iPad, and it says, "Oh, hey, if you have another iPad or iPhone nearby, just turn it on and we'll take care of that for you." So I turned it on, and my iPad had this weird jiggly circle ball thing floating in the middle, and it said, "Open up your camera," and pointed at that. So I did, and then it just transferred everything. It was like magic. This video from Nintendo to get your Nintendo Switch ready for trade-in or sale or whatever it is has 1.5 million steps. I don't know how many. It was a lot of steps. And that is way too much. That is way too much. This needs to be a much simpler process. It should just say, go ahead and sign in, and everything will automatically be transferred over. But there was a bunch of steps, and I think that Nintendo, they need to talk to somebody about their design of this, because it's just too cumbersome. It's too cumbersome, and somebody is going to get their information stolen because it's too cumbersome to get the information wiped. Well, actually, the wiping is the easy part. It's getting the information from one console to the other that's the hard part. And Nintendo just needs to make that a much easier process.